So, I am live now. Sorry for, uh, sorry for, uh, sorry for bringing up the Q&A. Sorry for the Q&A thing. It didn't happen because the person directing the series is not able to do it today. Yeah, he's not able to do it today. So, for now, I am just gonna be playing Subnautica. So I'm just gonna be doing this and stuff. Um, Basically, I got. Oh, hey, look, I got some of this. So now I am going to just be constructing that. Let me see here. Uh, uh, I'm just gonna make this. Hey, look, I got a scan of my function. Yeah, I basically just I'll eat like basically anything, like basically nearly anything. I'm not that picky of an eater. sorry, just had to do that. By the way, in the series that my friend is making, like my character, paraglider. So my character paraglider, he's actually in a series. I am going to describe him to you guys real quick. So basically, he's basically like me, but like a Transformers character and stuff, and and he like me is not really like he's not actually a picky eater. He's not like a picky eater and stuff. He'll just if like he gets like any kind of energon except for dark, he will he'll just eat it. Like even if it's red or red or green energon, he will even eat that stuff. The heck. So by the way, there's a few more characters that I have got in the series. So uh, those characters being Buzzbug, a former Decepticon, like Paraglider. He's an Insecticon, obviously. Originally he was meant to be a dragonfly, but in the actual show, he is gonna be, what was it? Uh, uh, he's gonna be a grasshopper. So basically, I forgot to bring up the other things. So two of the other characters I got in the series that I made were what was it, Sunburn, uh, who is basically like extremely socially awkward. He has social anxiety. He's you know a pteranodon, a kind of pterodactyl, uh, or not pterodactyl, pterosaur that basically that Swoop is in the original series, and then his slightly older sister, Marsh Treader, who is a Spinosaurus, and basically she and her brother were both actually experimented on by Shockwave. The original origin for them in my universe for them is basically them being uh, just naturally having that ability, But since it's in the aligned universe and stuff, it's the origin is they were experimented on. So I'm just gonna describe the personalities of my characters now. Um, so for Sunburn, basically, uh, like he of course, as I described earlier, is extremely socially awkward because he has a uh, he has like social anxiety, but like it's pretty minor. But he's still like it's not just the social anxiety. It's not the social anxiety that has or that makes him socially awkward. It's just he's just socially awkward in general. Um, and his sister, Marsh Treader, is uh, slightly older than him by like I don't know a few hundred, few thousand years. Yeah, a few hundred years. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna make them twins. But Marsh Treader is older by like a few minutes, and like uh, Marsh Treader basically is you know mostly like chill and stuff, and uh, like but like not like yeah I don't know. She's basically uh probably the best when it comes to social skills out of her and her brother, and uh yeah she basically has more confidence in all that stuff than her brother, and well, like he's just not. Not that she has more confidence. Actually, she just basically uh, she's just more social than her brother. Um, and like basically uh, well, like she's and basically she like just does like she jokingly like like how like if any of you guys have like a brother sister all that stuff, if you have a brother or a sister you'll know exactly what I mean, but like she does that like jokingly insulting her brother thing, uh and he does it back to her and stuff, like that thing that as siblings do all the time, like in a joking way and stuff. Basically, they do that, and basically, he's fine with it. And basically, wait, hold on. What, like uh, Sunburn. Basically, he's you know, like when he knows you well, like he will be more and more likely to actually socialize with you. Uh, you know, he's mostly he's just like he mostly prefers to just be alone, or we're in the same room as his sister, because he knows his sister the best. Uh, and basically, um, I don't know what their importance is going to be in the series, but I hope they're going to be like in some of the episodes and stuff. Basically, Paraglider, he's basically uh, he does have a sister, but I doubt she will be showing up in the series. Uh, uh, but like his sister is like like social and stuff, not like extremely social, but like normal level. But like you know, in my opinion, his sister is like the kind of person who you'd be friends with, and you don't really know like why you'd be friend, like why or like how you met her. Like you don't remember how you met her. Like all you know is that like she's the kind of person who you'd want to be friends with, and it's the same thing like with my actual real sister. Um, like you don't know why you know her, but like all you know is that just like she's just like slightly annoying, but still a cool person. Uh, and basically, what and Paraglider's personality is like like he's he's slightly socially awkward and stuff, uh, and he and he loves uh, like science, engineering, all that stuff, and he's he's the kind of person who would just like you don't remember how or where you met him, you don't even know why you're friends with him, but like if you were his friend, you just like be his friend, I guess, and you know, uh, still, he's like mostly based on me, like he's based on me and stuff. He's like uh, basically he doesn't really have like too many friends, but he does like have some. Uh, uh, but as I brought up like a few seconds back, he despite having like a few good friends doesn't really have too many friends. And basically like he like his sister are actually uh, both they're both triple changers. And yeah, so Buzzbug is you know like he is he is extremely like chill, calm, extremely nice and stuff, but like not annoyingly nice, uh, and he basically like most Insecticons just eats a lot, like not Sharkticon levels of eating, but he eats a lot. Uh, in like Paraglider, he is not in any way, shape, or form a picky eater. But like unlike Paraglider, he does not actually care what he eats. But he avoid or like he does slightly care as long as because he won't eat Dark Energon. But other than that, he will eat. And he will literally eat anything but organic stuff too. He has only two restrictions on what he eats. Dark Energon and or actually three. He actually only has three things he doesn't eat: toxic things, uh, for example, toxic energon, organic matter such as human flesh, and stark energon. Uh, yeah, and other than that, he'll just like eat anything, like literally anything. And you know, uh, basically, uh, like if he was your friend, you'd know exactly why he's your friend. Um, and yeah, um, like you know he would why he would be your friend because if you want I don't know how to express this actually, but like basically he's you know pretty nice and social and stuff, so like basically he and he and by the way, so like Buzzbug is actually you know like he's the kind of person who like if he found like lost human child, he would not know what to do. He's not good with children because he's never had to have any experience with them. He was never really uh needed in like the Insecticon uh colonies to take care of the children. He was mostly just like uh I don't know. For now, I am just gonna. I'm just gonna just make him go. I'm just gonna go with for now. Uh, uh, but I'm just gonna go with basically what was it? What should I choose? Uh, I'm just gonna go with for now. Let me see here. Uh, uh, like uh, like a common worker. Like a common worker drone kind of thing. He's he is actually a good fighter, and he's an extremely good shot too. Um, he has his pretty good aim. Not he's not actually an extremely good shot, but he is good shot now. He does like he does like shooting things if he has to, because like if he gets bored and stuff, he will do like nearly anything. He'll do nearly anything to keep entertained and stuff. Uh, you know, he he's basically like uh, I don't know, but like for Paraglider, he's his job. I don't know what it would be in the caste system, since he's a triple changer, being a jet and car. Uh, But I'm pretty sure he would like be a scientist and or like a scientist and engineer. Like I don't know. But like he actually likes his job. Like he's the kind of person who if you if you gave him like a science job, he would do it and not complain, And plus, like he would like happily do like a majority of like a lot of different kinds of science jobs, but like not, of course, all of them. There's some he does not like want to do. Like there's some that he doesn't want to do and stuff. Like things that could end up with his death and all that stuff. Uh, in Mars Shredder, like before the war and stuff, and like when she wasn't like a Spinosaurus. I imagine her job as probably given her personality, um, which is like cool and calm and like like I don't know. She's just like cool and calm and stuff. Uh, her job would likely be probably probably some kind of thing that would have to do with probably transport. Like transporting materials and stuff. And yeah, so like actually, just remembered I didn't get to her brother, Sunburn. His name w- his name is his name comes from like his ability to shoot lasers and stuff. And Mars Treader usually like I imagine her like her as some kind of amphibious vehicle, like amphibious vehicle before being experimented on and basically re-engineered uh, to be to be like a living weapon, basically. Like she'd be like some sort of amphibious Cybertronian van, like some sort of van truck. I don't know. Uh, Basically, what I'm getting at is she was an amphibious vehicle that was kind of like a van or semi. Like she was either a van or a semi truck. I don't really know. Like either way, it works out, And she, was like a resource transporter, uh, and yeah, her her brother was was her brother was hold on. So given his uh given his job as or not his job, given his ability to shoot lasers from absorbing radiation and stuff, his job was, let me set it as um wait, what would his job be? His job was uh actually, you know what? I'll just make it former seeker. Yeah, he was a former seeker. Uh, no, wait, no, not a former seeker. He was, what his vehicle was, uh, uh, what should it be? This is actually pretty hard, since I never actually imagined him as a vehicle. Like he was always in my mind. Like a Pteranodon. Uh, and his like what kind of vehicle he would be is I originally like imagined it as like some sort of like jet, but like that's not really a good idea considering I don't want him to have been a seeker um like at any point, So like what kind of vehicle he would be is probably like some sort of modified cargo hauler, uh probably like not a call a cargo hauler plane, I believe. I'll actually just have him as like an air vehicle. Uh uh and like he's yeah, I don't know actually. So now as to what kind of job he would have is likely a transporter like his sister. Yeah, he would be a transporter like
He's gonna have to do Amanda in the old fashioned.
sorry for that. Yeah, he would be a resources transporter too. Yeah, him and his sister were resources transporters, and basically like they were both pretty good at their jobs. Not the best, not the worst, just like pretty good. Um, yeah, and so like uh so uh yeah, Buzzbug's job was as previously brought up a basically drone for his hive. Like he was just like a normal worker, and you know yeah, he's a worker. Um, and so it's like he has like I imagined him as an Autobot, like not a Decepticon. Insecticons in the War for Cybertron universe are not actually like they're not like most of them aren't actually sentient, and that the reason being that I don't know, some of them weren't sentient, some of them were sentient. Mostly the most I believe that mostly like the Insecticons who had voice lines were actually sentient, and that goes for like Prime as well. Actually, probably all of them were sentient, or at least at the very least partially sentient. Uh, except for a few of them. Basically, uh, 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 you know, uh, Buzzbug is like he's like a normal Insecticon, basically a normal grasshopper Insecticon. Uh, and Yeah, so basically the reason why like some of the frequencies might not work on him is because, well, I don't know actually. I don't have an in-universe reason. But I don't know how or why. But like I imagine him with the ability to he basically just for some reason probably. I don't know, probably some sort of injury. I don't really know. He can resist like 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 up to mid tier level frequencies and stuff. Like actually no, not mid tier. He can resist like a few of the frequencies that the Decepticons use to you know basically control him. But he he basically made it like obvious to like Megatron and Shockwave that he does not actually feel safe as a Decepticon. So yeah. So by the way, like uh, so basically like Paraglider is actually fun fact uh a former Decepticon who uh and basically he was actually a Decepticon for only like a few hundred years the uh after the war started, uh and uh basically he left during the early days because he did not feel safe, like or like not that he didn't feel safe, he didn't want to actually be involved with the with the kind of stuff that that the Decepticons were doing. Didn't want to didn't want to be involved with that kind of stuff, Uh, and he basically yeah he just left, and both him and Buzzbug were actually allowed to leave. And Buzzbug was actually Decepticon for much longer than Paraglider was, like a few thousand years, not a few thousand years, like a long time. For like for like a lot of the war, for like a lot of the war, like while it was on Cybertron, he like the rest of his hive, or actually underground, like like just underground and stuff in was it the core of Cybertron, because that was where most of his food and like all that stuff was. And he when the core shut down, uh, when the core shut down, he came up to the surface and basically joined the Decepticons because the rest of his hive was actually forced in because of mind control and stuff. It was mind control and stuff. He does have some effect, like that kind of like the mind control frequency, like the mind control frequencies do have some effect on him. Like just like it just gives him like extreme headaches and stuff. And basically, it can work if it goes on for long enough. It goes on for if it goes on long enough, he'll just uncontrollably serve his Decepticons. But I actually have an in-universe reason for why it might not work like immediately, like in under like a few seconds of hearing it. It's because uh, he basically just like it's out of like just sheer will that he doesn't like. It's just out of he doesn't want to serve the Decepticons, and he just like tries his hardest to clear his mind while hearing the frequencies. but keep enough in his head to have free will, and like he just clears his head of any compulsion to serve the Decepticons, or at least tries to, and he just like has an extremely strong will and stuff. Uh, I know that just sounds like story convenience stuff because it probably is. I fully admit that it probably is, but the entire idea was that he would just just force his mind to not like serve the Decepticons. He like if like of course as I brought up earlier, if he if it went on for a certain amount of time, he would of course eventually break and just forcefully serve the cons, and uh but that's only if it goes on for like an insanely long amount of time, beyond how far he can resist, like he's he's basically when he's being controlled by the Decepticons and stuff, he basically he's absolutely like unstable, like entirely unstable, and basically that means he like basically like you know he uh he has basically absolutely no control over any of his actions. He basically just forcefully and uncontrollably serves his commander into the Decepticons. Uh, like any person emitting the frequency, he will blindly serve, and like eventually he will regain enough control to like get to just like rebel. Like that's only with like a lot of control. He has to have like a lot of strength to do that. So yeah. Uh, so for Paraglider, basically he's he's le- uh he was only, as I brought up a few minutes back, he was only part of the cons for like a few hundred years after the war started. Uh, and even before, even like a few hundred years before the war started, he was a Decepticon. So like he was only a Decepticon for like a few thousand years total, I believe. Uh, and he basically did not feel safe. He did not want to. He did not want to just do what the cons were doing. But he only stayed because he was looking for the exact right time when the war just calms down for to like just so he could safely leave, kind of like Snapdragon. Uh, he wanted to wanted to leave for the Autobots because he did not feel comfortable with having to brutally murder people the way that the way that the Decepticons do. He does actually. Uh, if this idea goes my way, he will get like a few good kills in, like a slightly bit bloody and stuff. Like he does actually, despite like liking to like like to kill Decepticons and stuff, he does actually show some self restraint. So like for example, he never he never kills an enemy who would who's like he would never kill an enemy who is like actively trying to help him. Uh, like and like he won't but like if like if he if like the person actively trying to help him like eventually betrays him, he will actually just go all out and kill them. uh, and basically he has stealth force and stuff. I decided why not just give him stealth force and like just make him able to like modify what kind of like how he looks even in vehicle form. Like in vehicle form, he can like basically just choose to have like certain parts showing, certain parts not showing, like weapons or no weapons, all that stuff. You get the point, don't you? Basically, he uh, he basically has the yeah, he has the ability to within reason customize his body. So yeah, with it, so he can within reason modify his body slightly. Like he can go no longer than like 34 feet tall minus the wings, and no less than what, like 16 feet. I know, not 16 feet. 20 feet. He can know he or not 20 feet. I imagine him as like 24 to 28 feet tall. You know what? Like more accurately, like what? Let me see here. Probably around what? Like I'll just put it as like 18 to 24 feet tall. Uh, no, actually, I don't know what height to set him as, but like originally, I imagined him as being like around 28 or so, like 28 or so feet tall. But like I don't feel like that would be uh that good of an idea. Uh, yeah. Um. By the way, so like uh. By the way, you know like uh. So Sunburn and Marsh Treader, yeah, Sunburn and Marsh Treader are basically like as I brought up earlier, twins. They both had like the same kind of job, and basically, like they were Autobots like during like the entire like when they like even like when they were like when they discovered the Autobots, they joined and stuff, and it was like a while after like if you or like like in a like basically I imagine her I imagine her as like an early test of uh, an early test of of some of Shockwave's experiments. Uh, uh, so like yeah. So for that so like so like since they failed like some of the tests that Shockwave put on uh put on her and her brother, and like they both failed the experiments. They were they were just like they were rejected and like sent back to the Autobots and stuff. And basically, yeah, she and her brother were both early experiments to see like they were like basically just proof of concept experiments, like proof of concept experiments for Shockwave. And Shockwave found out that they were like far too free willed. They were far too free willed, and they're like they yeah, they were just like much too uncooperative. They were much too uncooperative and like a bit too weak for what the experiments of Shockwave were wanting to do, or like what he wanted to do. Uh, like he wanted living weapons, Uh, uh, and yeah, he he the both like they are both actually pretty strong. Um, like they have the ability to like lift around 3 or so times their weight. No, not 3 or so times their weight. Like a little over their own weight. They both weigh like a few tons each. Uh, and like they both weigh like what 2 tons. I don't know how heavy they are, but they can lift like a little, like probably 2 times their own weight. But I believe that like Grimlock can lift like 4 times his own weight. I don't know how many times his own weight he can lift, but given that that the doors in Shockwave's lab and entire building likely weighed over like I don't know, they were extremely heavy and strong doors, like made of extremely reinforced metal. He likely he was likely ripping down like what uh I don't know, like probably explosive proof doors, likely, I don't know. Uh and he was easily shown like ripping a like as a dinosaur, he was easily shown ripping an entire bruiser in half. Uh yeah, and he was shown to be easily able to rip a bruiser in half as a dinosaur. Like only and plus those things probably weigh like I don't know, over 8 tons, probably 4 tons. I don't know how heavy they are. I never really found out how heavy those things are. Um, like basically like his like his entire like basically Mark Shredder cannot actually uh rip open uh like doors uh like ballistic shielding level ballistic shielding level uh shields and stuff, but she can actually rip down like certain extremely strong things. Um, Yeah. So, basically, what my what so basically, like Marsh Shredder. Basically, Marsh Shredder can actually rip down certain strong things, such as I don't know, slightly minorly reinforced doors. Like she can rip down minorly reinforced doors, and her brother, uh, Sunburn. Basically, Sunburn can just he can like optionally absorb like a small amount of radiation and shoot it out as lasers. Basically, he can also just like melt through like some kinds of metals that have like I don't know, like he can at least get to like a few thousand degrees. And basically the reason why he doesn't melt his beak off uh, is because uh, is because he basically has insanely powerful coolant that basically cool down his mouth while he's lasering things. So yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream here. So later.